I was sitting at my kitchen table this morning, staring at my bank statement like it was written in hieroglyphics when it hit me. Most of us have been approaching money all wrong. We've been begging, pleading, and practically doing the financial equivalent of interpretive dance to attract abundance, when really we should be doing something far more powerful and infinitely more fun. We should be ordering money to flow to us like we're the boss of our own cosmic restaurant. Now, before you think I've lost my marbles and started talking to my checkbook, hear me out. I know that feeling in your chest, the mix of hope and worry, when you open your banking app and hold your breath. You've tried the books, the videos, the late-night pep talks. You want to believe, but your mouth keeps teaching your mind a different lesson. You say you're ready for increase, yet 5 minutes later you whisper, "I can't. Not now. Maybe next month." Your inner system is listening. It is loyal. It takes notes. And it follows the notes you repeat with the most emotion. Let's flip the room light on together. In a dark room, you don't beg the bulb. You don't negotiate with electricity. You touch the switch and expect the light. That move is an order. Your life works the same way. Words are switches. Feeling is the current. Silence is the seal that holds the circuit closed. This is not about being loud. It's about being clear. Florence Scovel Shinn called it giving a definite order, not a wish, not a shy suggestion, a clean directive in the present tense. If your tongue keeps practicing lack, your days will keep performing it. I'm broke. Money is tight. This always happens to me. Say those lines enough times and your subconscious files them as today's tasks. It doesn't argue or joke with you. It just carries out the order and then points your eyes to matching events so you can feel right about what you already decided. That's why the same kind of bill keeps arriving. That's why you miss the small chance that would have paid for the bill. Not because life enjoys testing you, but because a quiet command has been running in the background. Keep things tight. So try something different right now. Simple, gentle, firm. Sit a little taller. Unclench your jaw. Drop your shoulders. Breathe in through the nose and let your stomach rise. Hold for a count of 4. Breathe out longer than you breathed in. Do it again. Let your face soften, like you already got the message you were waiting for. Now hear the line I want you to keep close. Your word is your wand. Speak once. Seal it. Walk on. Decide. Align. Become. It is done. You don't have to chase money. Chasing teaches your body the feeling of not yet, and your body teaches your mind to keep looking for not yet. Ordering is different. It is quiet authority. It's you standing inside your life like a director calling a cue. When a director says, "Enter," the actor steps in. When you say, "I order money to flow to me now," your inner system lines up and your attention starts noticing doors you used to walk past. This isn't magic. It feels like relief because your words, feelings, and choices finally point the same way. You may worry that ordering sounds rude, arrogant, or selfish. It isn't. Ordering is clarity about the shape of your day. Begging is a fog that trains your nervous system to stay uncertain. Ordering is air that clears the fog. You're not yelling at the sky or demanding from other people. You are instructing your subconscious, which is your most faithful servant. It wants a precise line to copy. Give it one, and it will copy it well. Close your eyes for 5 seconds and see something small and ordinary. Not a lottery win, not a mountain of gold. See your hand at a counter, tapping to pay, and the screen says, "Approved." See yourself opening your wallet, and there's more than last time. See the message from a client who says, "Can you send your rate?" Keep it tiny and real. Let your shoulders stay low. Let a little smile show up, not because you're pretending, but because the scene is familiar and friendly. This is how you train your body to agree with your words. Now say it softly so your own ears hear it. I order money to flow to me now. Say it like you would talk to someone you trust. Calm, present, certain. Not dramatic, not desperate. Let the words land and then stop talking. That pause is part of the order. The pause tells your system, we have placed it. The pause keeps you from chasing the very thing you just called in. I know the habit will try to pull you back. The old phrases are fast. They slide out when you're tired or when a bill surprises you. If one slips, catch it without judgment. Replace it the way you would correct a child you love. Cancel. Then, again, clear and simple. I order money to flow to me now. You are not fighting your mind. You are educating it. You are teaching it a new sentence to live by. You will want to test it right away by checking your balance every 10 minutes. Don't. That is the old muscle trying to keep control. Control is not trust. Trust is not passive. Trust is steady. Trust cleans your wallet. Trust answers messages. Trust shows up on time. Trust lets a gift be a gift without giving a speech about why you shouldn't accept it. Trust hears a small yes and says thank you. This is how you become the kind of person your order belongs to. Notice how different your room feels when you speak from center. It's quiet, not empty. It's simple, not small. When you talk to yourself like this for a few days, you will begin to feel a click. Your words won't feel like they're floating. They'll feel like they land. That click is alignment. Alignment is when thought, breath, posture, and choice stop arguing and start walking in one direction. If you need a picture to hold, think of a river. You don't chase a river with a bucket. You stand where it runs and lower the bucket steadily. Your sentence is you finding the river. Your breathing is you lowering the bucket. Your silence is you letting the water settle before you lift. Panic sloshes the bucket and you spill what you just drew. Calm fills it. I won't ask you to pretend your bills don't exist. We're not playing make-believe. We are changing the voice that meets your day. The bill is real. So is your ability to call in the means to handle it. When you speak with authority, you will start to act with authority. You will send the email. You will quote your price without apologizing. You will notice the small task that fits your skill and say yes. You will accept lunch when someone offers and let that be a sign, not an exception. Each of these is your system agreeing. More is welcome here. Keep your attention on the feeling of already handled. That feeling is quiet. It doesn't brag. It doesn't rush. It makes the next right move and then breathes. If a fearful thought tries to audition, don't grant it the role. Say gently, not today. Then give the line to the thought that will carry the scene. I order money to flow to me now. Let it speak in your chest, not just your mouth. You are not asking for permission to be provided for. You are remembering your place in an abundant world. Decide, align. Become. Your word is your wand. Speak once. Seal it. Walk on. It is done. You say you want abundance. You light a candle. You breathe. You try to think positive. Then you open your banking app and the same knot shows up in your stomach. On Monday, you feel powerful and buy the nice coffee without guilt. On Tuesday, you count coins for gas and wonder what went wrong in 24 hours. That swing is not random. It has a cause. And the cause lives in the lines you repeat under your breath. Your inner system is loyal. It is not dramatic. It is not mean. It is loyal. It writes down what you say the most, especially when you say it with feeling. I can't afford it. Money is tight. This always happens to me. The moment those sentences leave your mouth, your subconscious takes them as orders, not as poetry, not as jokes, orders. It does not argue with you. It does not check context. It executes. Think about how a smart speaker behaves. You say a command and it follows it, even if the command is silly. Your subconscious is even more obedient. It hears "I'm broke" and replies, "Copy that." Keep things tight. Look for proof that we are broke, so the story stays consistent. Then your attention filter, your brain's little gatekeeper, goes to work. It pushes discounts out of view. It dims ideas that would pay. It highlights delays, fees, and closed signs so the outside picture matches the inside script. You end the day saying, "See, I knew it." Of course you knew it. You ordered it. This is why trying to be positive often feels fake. The mouth says, "Abundance is coming," but the chest whispers, "Be careful. There's not enough." That clash is a short circuit. Words go one way, feeling goes another. The signal breaks, so the day doesn't know which instruction to follow. Mixed signals create mixed results. You are not cursed. You are simply sending two radio stations at once and wondering why the music is static. There is another trap. You keep narrating money problems like they are the news and you are the anchor. You tell a friend about the bill. You tell your partner about the overdraft. You tell yourself the old story in the shower, in the car, in the line at the store. Each retell is another command to your assistant. More of this, please. Keep the plot the same. The assistant nods and goes to work. It finds more scenes that match the script you clearly love to perform. You also reject the small demos that would warm your faith. Someone offers to pay for lunch and you refuse out of pride. A random dollar appears on the sidewalk and you walk past it because it's only $1. A coupon prints and you throw it away, then complain that nothing ever comes. That is arguing with abundance. That is like pushing a gift back into the giver's hands and saying, "No thanks, I only accept miracles in large sizes." The system hears your preference and adjusts. Another piece of the loop is checking in a panic. You place a clean sentence in the morning, then spend the day ripping it out of the ground to see if it has roots yet. You refresh the balance. You count the hours. You tell yourself, "See? Nothing changed." That habit is not neutral. It trains your body to feel "not yet" over and over, and your body teaches your mind to look for "not yet" again tomorrow. You think you are being realistic. You are actually rehearsing delay. Even your jokes carry weight. "I'm broke, haha. Guess I'm the poor friend." Laughter does not erase the order. Your assistant doesn't speak sarcasm. It writes the words, not the tone. Later, when a small chance to earn appears, you feel a sudden heaviness and you don't reply to the message. You call it bad timing. It was the order. You told the system who you are, and it kept your day consistent with that identity. Some of you run a different loop. You study all night. You plan. You watch 10 videos about money. You know every technique, but inside there's a quiet rule you never named. People like me don't get paid well, or if I ask for more, I lose love. That rule sits under all the tricks like a locked setting on a thermostat. You can open windows, you can fan the air. The room always returns to the locked number. Until the setting changes, the room obeys the hidden rule. Let's name 2 quiet habits that keep the loop alive. First, the polite voice. It is the voice that asks the universe with soft words and a tilted head. It sounds kind, but it teaches your nervous system to wait for permission. Waiting becomes a personality. Second, the problem broadcast. It is the daily habit of describing lack with color and detail. It's always something. As soon as I get ahead, another bill hits. That broadcast becomes your station. You tune in every morning and, you guessed it, your day plays the songs from that station. This is why yesterday's gratitude did not move today's numbers. Gratitude is not a sticker you place on top of fear. Gratitude without a clear command becomes a warm feeling that wears off by lunch. You did nothing wrong. You just skipped the part where you tell your assistant in plain present tense what to build. Without the command, the machine grabs the loudest repeated line, which is usually the complaint. Hear this with kindness. The loop is not proof that you are lazy, broken, or unlucky. The loop is proof that you are powerful and consistent. You have been giving orders all along, and your system has been faithful. The problem is the content of the orders. Change the content, and the same faithful system will build a different day. Imagine your mind like a GPS. When you type, avoid tolls, avoid highways, avoid turns, you will reach your destination late, if at all. But the car is not the enemy. The GPS followed your settings. Many of your money settings were typed by family, by school, by old scares. Money is hard. Wanting more is greedy, creative. Work doesn't pay. These settings are not laws. They are leftover sentences. And leftover sentences do not deserve to run your life. There's also the body piece. The body keeps score of every time you panicked around money. Over time, it learns to brace. Shoulders up, breath shallow, jaw tight. When the body braces, the mind hears, danger. And it digs up the old words to protect you. You call it thinking it through. It is just fear wearing a suit. The more you brace, the more the words of lack feel true. The more those words feel true, the more you repeat them. The loop tightens. You can feel the cost of this even if you don't call it by name. The cost is not only money, it is lost attention. It is work you don't attempt because the old sentence says you shouldn't try. It is warmth you don't receive because pride says you must pay for everything alone. It is the heaviness after a small win, when you tell yourself it was a fluke. That heaviness is the loop asking for another season. Look at the pattern with clear eyes. You are not a beggar at the door of life. You are not a child asking for a raise in your allowance. You are a creator in a lawful universe. Your word is your wand. Speak once with authority and your system moves. Keep speaking against yourself and your system will move in that direction just as faithfully. Decide, align, become. These are not fancy words. They are the opposite of the loop. So what is the problem? Clean and simple. The problem is not that money hates you. The problem is that your language trains your focus. Your focus trains your choices, and your choices echo your language. Round and round, you installed the loop with sentences you learned to survive. You can uninstall it with sentences that let you live. The moment you stop narrating lack and start giving a clear present tense order, the music begins to change. Not because the sky bent the rules for you, but because you finally stopped bending yourself around a rule that was never true. It is done. Here's the clean idea you need to hold like a small stone in your pocket. Money is energy, and energy responds to order, not begging. That is not hype. That is how your inner system works. When you use a clear present tense sentence said with calm feeling, your system treats it like a command. The command turns a switch inside you. The switch aims your attention. Your attention guides your choices. Your choices shape your day. This is the line from invisible to visible. Your word is your wand. Florence Scovel Shinn said it simply: give a definite order, not a wish, not a cloudy hope, a definite order. Think about how a director runs a stage. One cue and the lights come up, one cue and the actors move. No pleading, no long speech, just a clear call and a steady face. Your subconscious is your stage crew. It does almost all the work in the background. It runs your habits, your tone, your timing, your first moves. It is not a judge. It is not a critic. It copies what you repeat with feeling and carries it out. If you feed it worry words, it builds you a worry day. If you feed it command words, it builds you a command day. People get stuck because they try to push change with thoughts only, or with a loud voice that has no root. They say, "I hope money comes," while their chest is tight and their breath is short. The body declares danger, and the mind hears the body first. The order fails, not because the sentence was bad, but because the system got two messages. This is why we line up word and feeling. The word sets the pattern. The feeling is the glue. The silence after is the seal. Speak once, seal it, walk on. There is also a tiny gatekeeper in your brain called the reticular activating system, RAS for short. Think of it like the person at the door of a club who decides what gets in. You tell the RAS what matters by what you repeat and what you care about. Say, "I order money to flow to me now," and feel calm ownership when you say it. And the RAS starts letting in signs that match. You notice the email you used to skip. You remember a skill you can offer. You hear a friend say, "We're looking for help." And this time, you lean in. The world did not suddenly grow new doors. You just started seeing the ones that were there. This is not magic tricks. This is design. Your brain rewires with practice. Paths that you walk often become roads. Roads that you stop walking fade. If the old road was, "There's never enough," your system has built many lanes to support it. The tone in your voice when you talk about bills, the way your shoulders rise near the end of the month, the quick no when someone offers help. When you build a new road, money circulates to me freely and rightly. I receive now. You also build new micro moves. The steady breath before you open the banking app, the clear reply to a client, the simple thank you when abundance shows up in small form. Over days, the new road becomes smoother than the old one. Then your day takes that road without effort. Decide, align, become. People worry that ordering sounds rude to the universe. It isn't. Begging is actually the rude voice to yourself because it tells your inner worker, "I don't trust you." Ordering is respect. It is you giving your system a job it can do. You are not shouting at the sky. You are instructing your own engine in words it understands, present, simple, certain. A pilot does not beg a plane to lift. A pilot sets flaps, adds power, and commits. Your sentence is power. Your feeling is lift. Your silence is the commitment. Let's make the principle so clear a child could use it. If you stand at a vending machine and press the button for water, you do not also press juice, soda, and candy, and then blame the machine for being confused. One button, one item. Wait a moment while the machine does what machines do. That is how your inner system works. One order, one feeling, a brief quiet. Then you move like someone who knows the bottle is on the way down the chute. You already know commands work because you use them all the time, just in the wrong direction. I'm always late. And then you are late. I'm terrible with money. And then you misplace the card. Nothing ever goes my way. And then you step over a small chance because your eyes are trained to look for proof of that sentence. The universe is not punishing you. Your assistant is being faithful. It is time to give it a better script. Here is what makes the script lawful: present tense, clean language, and a feeling that matches the line. Present tense keeps the order from slipping into someday. Clean language keeps the order from being full of holes. Feeling is the signal that tells the RAS, this matters now. If you say, I order money to flow to me now, and you feel one small scene that fits, card approved, bill handled, wallet not empty, you have built a full instruction. The RAS can work with that. The body can relax into that. The day can carry that. Silence is not a small extra. It is part of the principle. The seed needs soil, not fingers tugging at it every hour. When you stop talking after a strong sentence, you tell your system, we are safe. We are serious. We will act from this. That quiet will feel strange at first because fear likes noise and motion. But quiet is the friend of power. Quiet helps the order sink in. There is one more piece people forget. You are not only giving orders to your inner world, you are training your outer world about you. When you speak with steady authority, you reply to messages on time. You state your price without a story. You keep your word and expect others to keep theirs. Life reads that as a set point. The set point is not hard or mean. It is clear. Clarity draws clean offers and sends messy ones away. Clarity is increase. If this still feels big, shrink it until it fits your hand. You do not have to command. Mountains command a pebble. Command one part of the day. I order rightful money to reach me today. Say it once, with a soft face and an open chest. See one small proof. Sit quiet for half a minute. Then live like someone who expects good mail. Check your spam folder. Answer the unknown number. Bring your rate sheet within reach. You are not faking. You are pointing. You may miss a beat. You may slip and say the old line out of habit. Do not make drama out of that. Catch it. Say cancel. Replace it with the command. Move on. The old road will try to call you back for a while. Let it ring. You are busy building the new one. Each calm repetition lays more pavement. Each small proof is another sign on the side of the road that says, this way. Keep the principle near your breath. Your word is your wand. It aims your attention. Your attention finds the doors. Your choices walk through them. Speak once. Seal it. Walk on. Decide. Align. Become, it is done. She kept her bills in a neat stack on the table, like soldiers standing at attention. Rent, phone, card. She wasn't reckless. She wasn't lazy. She was tired. Her name is Sarah, and on a Sunday night, she decided to try one clean sentence for 1 week. No rituals, no crystals, just breath, a steady face, and words she could believe in right now. Morning 1. She stood by the sink with the kettle humming, feet flat, shoulders down. She said slowly, 3 times, money circulates to me freely and rightly. I receive now, not loud, not dramatic, calm. Then she closed her eyes and pictured one tiny scene, her card tapping at a small grocery, the screen showing approved, and a quiet smile rising without effort. 30 seconds of silence after. No arguing, no checking. Kettle clicked, tea poured, day started. By noon, a friend texted, "Lunch on me?" Normally, she would push the offer away, make a joke about earning it and pay anyway. That day, she remembered her order. She felt the old pride show up, thanked it for protecting her all these years, and chose a different move. "Thank you," she wrote back. The food tasted warmer than usual. She didn't call it a miracle. She called it evidence. On day 2, she sorted her wallet. No shame, no muttering. Old receipts out, notes flattened, coins in one place. She spoke the same sentence, the same way. Later that afternoon, an email arrived from a store she barely remembered, a small refund on a returned item that had dragged through the system. The amount wasn't big. The timing was neat. She wrote it into a simple list on the back of an envelope. Found money, $8.47. Proof again. Day 3 felt heavy. A surprise fee hit her account. The old radio station came back fast. See? It never works. She heard it. She didn't pretend she didn't. She said, "Cancel," in a whisper, the way you would correct a child you love. Then she repeated the sentence once, breathing longer on the out-breath. Money circulates to me freely and rightly. I receive now. She didn't chase the feeling. She cleaned the kitchen. She sent 2 messages she had been avoiding. One was a quote for a tiny job. She priced it fairly and didn't apologize for the number. That night, she slept without scrolling. Day 4 brought something small and soft. A neighbor who runs a market booth asked if she could help for a few hours on Saturday. "It's not much," the neighbor said. "It's exactly enough," Sarah answered. She didn't know why she said it, but it felt true in her mouth. The pay was simple. The rhythm of counting change and greeting people felt steady. Her shoulders noticed they could sit lower. On day 5, she almost missed a message from an old client. The subject line looked like spam. Normally, she would swipe it away. That morning, she had spoken her line and pictured sending a clean invoice. So she opened the email. "Are you available for a quick update to last year's project?" It read. She replied within 10 minutes. The update was easy. The client paid the same day through a link she had never taken the time to set up before last week. She wrote it on the envelope list. She underlined it once. No fireworks, just a click that felt like a gear shifting into place. Day 6, she found $1 on the sidewalk. She used to step over small money out of pride and a habit of calling it silly. She picked it up, smiled, and said thank you in her chest, not to the sky, but to the part of her that finally allowed receiving in any size. She tucked the bill behind her ID where she could see it when she opened her wallet, not as a lucky charm, as a reminder, small counts, because feeling teaches the system what to repeat. By day 7, the list on the envelope wasn't dramatic, but it was real. Free lunch, refund, market shift, quick client update, found $1, 2 discounts at checkout she hadn't noticed before because she normally rushed. More important than the list was the mood. The knot in her stomach loosened. The room felt wider. Bills still sat on the table, but they no longer stood like soldiers. They looked like tasks. When she spoke her sentence that morning, it landed with a soft thud, the way a key drops into a bowl by the door. Click. Home. Here is what changed in plain words. She stopped arguing with small abundance. She stopped retelling the problem every hour. She gave one steady order in present tense and let the silence after do its work. She acted like a person who expects rightful increase, answered messages, cleaned the wallet, priced the small job, said yes to lunch, opened the email, checked the spam folder, took the Saturday shift, wrote down every proof. Her brain's little gatekeeper, the one that decides what to notice, finally had instructions it could follow. None of this erased her responsibilities. It cleaned the fog around them. With fog gone, the road showed up. With road showing, feet moved. The bill on top of the stack was paid without drama, not magic, alignment, word, feeling, silence. A calm line repeated. A body that learned not to brace. A mind that spotted the doors already in the room. If you stood in her kitchen that Sunday night and watched her pour tea again, you would not call her lucky. You would call her clear. She would look like someone who knows where her switch is and how to use it. She would say her sentence with a face you could trust. And when the kettle clicked, She would move into her evening the way a pilot lifts. No pleading, no performance, just settings, power, and commitment. Your word is your wand. Speak once. Seal it. Walk on. It is done. This is where we turn the idea into a daily move you can do with your eyes half closed and your feet on the floor. It is simple on purpose. You do not need perfect mood, long rituals, or fancy words. You need one clean sentence, one honest feeling, and one short silence. Done right, this is less than 2 minutes. It is also the moment your day gets a leader. First the words. Use present tense. Keep them short. Say them slowly, like you are giving a stage cue. Your jaw is loose. Your shoulders are down. Your face is calm. Breathe through your nose and let your belly rise. Then speak. I order money to flow to me now. Pause. My money circulates freely and rightly. I receive now. Pause. Right opportunities find me today. You do not rush. You do not shout. You do not beg. You talk like someone who expects to be heard. If a laugh tries to cover it, let the laugh fall away. If doubt shows up, do not debate it. Finish the line. Your word is your wand. The wand works best when the hand is steady. Now the feeling. Close your eyes for 15 to 30 seconds. We are not forcing hype. We are not picturing castles and crowns. We are choosing one small scene that your body already understands. You tap your card at a store and the screen says approved. You open your wallet and see more bills than last week. You pay a bill and the shoulders drop by themselves. Make the scene bright and near, like the color of the cup on your table. Hear the faint beep of the terminal. Feel the light weight of the card. Notice your breath slow. Let a quiet smile move without effort. You are not pretending. You are teaching your nerves the feeling of already handled. Feeling is alignment. Alignment tells your attention what to look for next. Then, the seal. Sit in silence for 30 to 60 seconds. Count your breath if it helps. 4 inches. 4 hold. 6 out. Hands open. Face soft. Do not check your phone. Do not repeat the line 12 times like a fire alarm. One clear order is enough when you trust it. The silence is not empty. The silence is the door closing gently so the room can hold warmth. It is the soil around the seed. It is the pilot's hand staying steady after takeoff. Speak once. Seal it. Walk on. Small details help the protocol land. Stand or sit with your feet flat. Let your tongue rest on the roof of your mouth. Unclench your teeth. Loosen the space around your eyes. These cues tell your body, safe. When the body hears safe, it stops throwing old fear sentences up to protect you. Your sentence can then settle where it belongs. If a thought like, "Who am I to order money?" tries to take the mic, label it old training, not truth. Say cancel out loud if you need to. Then return to the line you chose, once clean present. Do this in the morning before the day asks for you. Kitchen light, bathroom mirror, quiet car. Keep it the same place at the same time for a week. Routine is not boring. Here, routine is power. It turns a trick into a switch. If you miss a morning, do not scold yourself. Do it at lunch. Do it in the evening. The system rewards return, not punishment. Let your actions echo the order. After you speak, do one tidy thing that matches the line. Clean your wallet, flatten bills, throw out old receipts, answer a message you have been avoiding, send a small quote without apology, check your spam folder like an owner. When someone says, "I've got lunch," receive it without a speech. When you find a coin, pick it up and say thank you in your chest. These are not superstitions. These are proofs your body can feel. Proof builds trust. Trust makes the next command land even deeper. Guard the hours after you speak. You do not need to walk on eggshells. You do need to watch your mouth like you watch a new plant. No nervous jokes that teach your assistant the wrong lesson. I'm broke. I'm cursed. It's always something. Those lines are orders wearing costumes. If one slips out, smile at yourself like you would smile at a kid learning to ride a bike. Say cancel. Replace it at once with your present tense command. Feel the same tiny scene. Seal again with one slow exhale. Move on. This is not perfection. This is practice. Keep the language clean. Don't mix 4 goals in one sentence. Don't stack maybe, if, and hopefully on top of your order and expect strength. 1 bottle, 1 button. The machine works better when your finger is sure. You can rotate lines across days if you like, but keep 1 line for 1 day so your system has something clear to build. Monday can be, I order money to flow to me now. Tuesday can be, rightful clients find me today. Wednesday can be, my money circulates freely and returns multiplied. The rotation is fine. The clarity is required. Let the protocol be human. If you feel grief about past mistakes with money, do not shove it down. Put a hand on your chest. Breathe. Say, I forgive the version of me who did not know this. Then give today's order. Forgiveness clears the grit from the gears. It makes the feeling part honest instead of forced. Honest feeling is more powerful than loud affirmations with tense shoulders. Notice the shape of your voice when you speak. Straight spine, low tone, even pace. No question mark at the end. The question mark teaches your system to wait for permission. A period teaches it to move. If your hands shake the first few days, let them. New power can make old nerves flutter. The body settles faster than you think when you keep the sessions short and kind. Do not confuse quiet with weak. Whispered orders land if they are clean. Shouted begging fails if it is messy. Think of a conductor lifting a baton. No yelling. 1 motion and the whole orchestra answers. Be that conductor for your day. The musicians are your habits, your breath, your inbox, your eyes, your feet. They are waiting for tempo. Give it. If you like, you can anchor the protocol to a small object you touch only during the practice. A smooth coin, a ring, a card in your wallet with a sentence on it. Touch anchors help your nervous system find the state faster next time. You see the coin and your shoulders drop without thinking. You touch the ring and your breath remembers the slow count. These are gentle hacks. Use them if they make the work easy. Expect ordinary doors to open first. A text you notice, a discount you spot, a small task you are offered, a refund that clears. Do not call small nothing. Call small signal, say thank you and write it somewhere. A page on your fridge, a note on your phone. Proof list, date and details. Not for bragging, for training. The list becomes a mirror that shows your mind what it is building. And when urgency tries to run the room, return to the 3 moves instead of inventing new rituals. Word as command, feeling as alignment, silence as seal. This will carry you on a busy day better than 10 hacks ever could. It is the opposite of panic. Panic thrashes the water. This lets the water carry you. Money loves clean instructions. Your assistant loves 1 job at a time. Give both what they love. If you want a single sentence to check your form, use this. Did I speak clearly, feel honestly, and seal quietly? If 2 are yes and 1 is no, fix the one and do not touch the others. If you spoke clearly but felt nothing, shrink the scene until it is real. If you felt honestly but spoke in future tense, move it to now. If you spoke and felt but did not seal, sit for 30 seconds and breathe out longer than you breathe in. then stop. The stopping is part of the work. This is not a trick to feel good while you do nothing. This is a way to point your inner crew and then move your feet. After the protocol, you still send the email. You still set the price. You still meet the call. You still do the small job well. Action is not a loophole in the law. Action is the law's favorite language. Hold the structure lightly and with respect. Speak once. Feel once. Seal once. Live like someone whose order is already in the system. The more you do it, the less you think about doing it. It becomes a rhythm like brushing your teeth. Simple, daily, clean, decide, align. Become your word is your wand. It is done. For the next 7 days, give yourself one clean order each morning and let your whole day quietly agree with it. No drama, no hunt for signs, just the rhythm of someone who has already placed the order and is setting the table before the meal arrives. Wake up, sit up, and let your feet touch the floor. Breathe until your shoulders drop. Then speak in the present tense slowly, like a director calling a cue. I order money to flow to me now. Don't stack 10 lines. Don't bargain with the sky. One sentence, said with a steady face, is enough. After you speak, close your eyes and feel a small, ordinary scene that your body already knows. Your card taps and says, approved. Your wallet is not thin. The bill gets paid and the breath goes out easy. Hold that feeling just long enough for your chest to understand it. Then let the room be quiet. That quiet is the seal. It tells your inner crew, we have placed it. We are safe. We will move from this, carry that calm into the first minutes of the day. Put your wallet in order. Remove the dead receipts. Flatten the notes. Touch the coin or card that reminds you of your sentence and allow a small smile to appear. Answer the message you have been avoiding with simple words and a fair price. If lunch is offered, receive it with a warm thank you, not a speech. If you notice a discount or a refund, don't shrug. Say, noted. Small counts because your nervous system learns by feel. You are showing it what more feels like in the body, so it can find more again. In the evening, write one short line before bed. It is done because I am EE. Fill the blank with a word that fits your day. Calm, ready, disciplined, generous, precise, trustworthy. This is not decoration. It is identity work. Identity is the setting on the thermostat that decides the room's climate. When you name who you are becoming, the day you build tomorrow has a place to land. Under that line, keep a running list of proofs. Do not measure size, measure presence. A coffee someone covered, a coupon you actually used, a quick task that paid, a client who returned, a lead you almost missed but answered, $1 on the sidewalk that you picked up without pride getting in the way. Write it down with the date. The list is your mirror. The mirror trains your mind to see what it is building. Guard your language like you would guard a seed you planted. If an old sentence tries to come back, it's always something. I'm cursed with bills. I'm the broke friend. Recognize the voice. Label it old training and say cancel in a gentle tone. Then give the clear order again once. No sigh, no lecture. Move on. The point is not to be perfect. The point is to be consistent. Consistency builds roads. Roads make movement easy. You are laying pavement, not auditioning for a contest. You will feel the urge to check your balance every hour as proof. That is the old muscle pretending to. Be helpful. Instead of checking, choose one tidy action that matches your sentence. Send the invoice you drafted last week. Update your pay link. Reply to the message in your spam folder. Price your small offer without apology. Read your rate out loud in your kitchen until your voice holds steady. These actions are not separate from the spiritual work. They are the other half of the law working through your hands. Word sets the pattern. Feeling aligns the body. Silence seals the order. Action carries it into the room. If a day goes sideways, an unexpected fee, a delay, a no, let your body react for a moment, then bring it back. Hands on the table. Breathe out longer than you breathe in. Say, cancel. Then softly, I order money to flow to me now. Choose one small recovery move. Clean a surface, send a follow-up, check for a missed call, step outside and let your eyes look far. This resets the system. You are not pretending the problem isn't real. You are refusing to teach your nervous system that panic makes you powerful. Panic just makes you loud. Power makes you clear. By midweek, you may notice a click, the same kind Sarah felt when her sentence started to land. The click is not fireworks. It is the sense that your words are not floating anymore. They drop into your chest and stay. When that happens, keep your rhythm exactly the same. Don't add rituals. Don't demand bigger signs. Let ordinary doors open first. Ordinary is how the river introduces itself. A text you actually read, a task you say yes to, a sale that returns a small margin you used to ignore. The list in your notebook grows, and with it your steadiness. Steady is the shape of abundance. Noise is the costume of fear. If guilt shows up, guilt for wanting more, guilt for receiving ease, speak to it like an old teacher you have outgrown. Thank you for trying to keep me small and safe. I am safe and I am growing. Then return to your line. Your word is your wand. It does not need to be loud to be lawful. Whispered authority reshapes a day more reliably than shouted worry. Think of the conductor lifting one hand and an entire orchestra changing at once. That is your sentence at 7 a.m. At the end of day 7, read your proof list out loud. Let each line ring for a breath. Notice how your body sits a little taller than last week. Notice how your jaw is looser, how your emails sound cleaner, how your prices feel honest in your mouth. This is the shift you came for. Not a lottery storm, but a climate change inside the room you live in. From this climate, bigger rain makes sense. From this climate, bigger work fits your hands. Now we seal the week with one simple move. Sit still. One hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. Inhale through your nose for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. Speak once. I order money to flow to me now. Picture your small scene, approved, handled, ease, and then be quiet for half a minute. In that quiet, imagine yourself standing by a river, lowering a bucket without splash. No chase, no struggle, just the steady dip and the steady lift. That is you. That is how you'll do it again tomorrow. If this spoke to you, anchor it with action right now. Open your notes and start the proof list with today's date. Write at least one line you can claim, anything that moved in your favor, any place you received without arguing. Then come back here and lock your decision in public. Type in the comments. I decide now. Let that sentence be a door you step through, not a slogan you wear. Decide. Align. Become your word is your wand. Speak once. Seal it. Walk on. It is done.